You think you're smart. You think because you can solve problems, memorize facts, or debate opinions that you possess intelligence. You don't. What you have is education. What you have is information. And information without power is just noise in your head. Real intelligence isn't measured by what you know. It's measured by what you control, by who bends, by what you take without anyone realizing you've taken it. Most people live their entire lives at the bottom levels of intelligence, convinced they're clever because society handed them a degree or a job title. They're intellectual slaves, comfortable, compliant, controllable. But you sense there's something more, something darker, something they don't teach in schools because if everyone knew it, the system would collapse. Today, we're going to strip away the illusion. We're going to show you the 7 levels of intelligence that separate the manipulated from the manipulators, the tools from the architects, the prey from the predator. And by the end, you'll know exactly where you stand and exactly how far you have to climb. This is going to disturb you, but disturbance is the price of awakening. Before we begin this descent, hit that like button and subscribe, because this channel doesn't coddle you, it equips you. And you're going to need every weapon we give you. Let's begin. There was once a man in Florence, unremarkable, a clerk in the government, shuffling papers, following orders. His name was Niccolo Machiavelli. He wasn't born into power. He wasn't gifted with wealth, but he possessed something the princes and dukes around him did not. He saw the game behind the game. While others studied philosophy to sound intelligent, Machiavelli studied power to become dangerous. While others debated morality, he decoded human nature. While others played by the rules, he rewrote them. He watched kingdoms rise and fall. He saw good men destroyed and ruthless men crowned. And he asked one question no one else dared to ask. What actually works? Not what should work. Not what feels noble. What works? And what he discovered shattered every comfortable lie society tells you about intelligence, goodness, and success. He learned that intelligence isn't purity, it's precision. It isn't kindness, it's calculation. It isn't fairness, it's force applied at the right moment. The world destroyed him for telling the truth. They called him evil. They called him cynical. They banned his books. But 500 years later, his principles rule the world. Every boardroom, every political office, every negotiation, every seduction. Because Machiavelli understood something you're about to learn. Intelligence is hierarchy, and most people never leave the bottom. You might be one of them. Let's find out. Machiavelli once wrote, "Men are so simple and so ready to obey present necessities that he who deceives will always find those willing to be deceived." Translation: most people are operating systems waiting to be hacked. He understood that human nature is predictable, programmable, exploitable, and that the highest form of intelligence isn't resisting this truth, it's wielding it. His philosophy wasn't cruelty for cruelty's sake, it was clarity. Strip away the moral theater, and you see the machinery underneath. Desires, fears, ego, pride. The intelligent don't judge these things. They use them. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince to make you feel good. He wrote it to make you effective, to turn you from a player into a master of the game. And the game, it has levels. 7 of them. Level 1, the unconscious, the brutal truth. You operate on autopilot. You react, you consume, you obey without realizing you're obeying. Why weak people stay here? Because it's comfortable. Society rewards unconsciousness. Go to school, get a job, don't ask questions, smile, comply, die. What Machiavelli would say, the masses are governed by appearances and outcomes. Stay asleep, stay controlled. You scroll for hours. You buy what ads tell you to buy. You believe what the algorithm feeds you. You call it freedom. It's a cage you've decorated. Awareness is the first act of rebellion. The moment you realize you're being played, you stop being a piece and start studying the board. You can't win a game you don't know you're playing. Type this affirmation in the comments section. I see the strings. I will no longer be pulled. Level 2. The informed, the brutal truth. You've gathered information. You read books. You listen to podcasts. You think knowledge makes you powerful. It doesn't. It makes you a well-read slave. Why weak people stay here? They confuse consumption with creation. They collect facts like trophies, but never apply them. Intelligence without action is just intellectual masturbation. What Machiavelli would say, everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Stop talking. Start doing. You know about stoicism, psychology, strategy, but you still let people walk over you. You analyze everything and execute nothing. You're a library with no librarian. Information becomes power only when deployed. Knowledge is potential energy. Action is kinetic. The person who knows one principle and applies it will destroy the person who knows 1,000 and applies none. Type this affirmation in the comments section. I transform knowledge into power through relentless action. Level 3. The tactician, the brutal truth. You've learned to play the short game. You win arguments. You manipulate conversations. You get what you want in the moment, but you lack vision. You're winning battles in a war you don't understand. Why weak people stay here? Instant gratification. They'd rather win today than dominate tomorrow. They optimize for the dopamine hit, not the empire. What Machiavelli would say, the wise man does at once what the fool does finally, but the master does what the fool never sees coming. You outsmart your co-worker in a meeting. You win the argument with your partner, you get the sale, but you burn bridges. You create enemies. You sacrifice the kingdom for the battle. Start thinking 3 moves ahead. Every interaction is a chess piece. Position matters more than immediate victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. Type this affirmation in the comments section. I play the long game. I sacrifice pawns to capture kings. Level 4. The strategist. The brutal truth. You see the board now. You plan. You position. You understand leverage and timing, but you still operate within the rules. You're a master of the game they designed. You haven't designed your own. Why weak people stay here? They're afraid to break the frame. They want to be respected within the system. They don't realize the system exists to contain them. What Machiavelli would say, it is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. But better still to rewrite what fear and love mean. You've built a successful career. You've networked strategically. You've played politics beautifully. But you're still serving someone else's vision. You're the best slave in the plantation. Stop optimizing within their game. Start creating your own. True power isn't playing better. It's changing the rules. The strategist wins the game. The architect designs it. Type this affirmation in the comments section. I am no longer a player. I am becoming the designer of reality. Level 5. The architect. The brutal truth. You create systems, you build frameworks. You design the game others play without knowing they're in your design. You shape culture, perception, and possibility. But there's still one weakness. You care about legacy, about being remembered well. Why weak people stay here? Ego. They want to be the visible king. They want credit, recognition, applause. This makes them targets. What Machiavelli would say, never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception, and never be seen when you can be felt. You've built a company, a movement, a brand. Everyone knows your name, and now everyone watches you, criticizes you, plots against you, Your visibility is your vulnerability. The greatest power is invisible. Influence without attribution. Control without credit. Build the machine, then fade into it. Kings are beheaded. Shadows rule forever. Type this affirmation in the comment section. I build empires in silence. My power needs no spotlight. Level 6. The invisible, the brutal truth. You pull strings no one sees. You shape outcomes without fingerprints. You've mastered influence, anonymity, and subtlety. People think they chose their path. You designed their options. But there's still one final level, one most never reach. Why weak people stay here? Because this level is mastery, and mastery breeds satisfaction. Satisfaction breeds stagnation. They stop climbing. What Machiavelli would say, the lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. But the god? He is both and neither. You've orchestrated careers, relationships, markets. No one knows your hand in their success or their failure. You are the hidden variable in every equation, but you still operate from desire. Control is still your drug. Transcend the need for control. Influence without attachment. Shape without agenda. Become water formless, flowing, inevitable. The invisible hand guides. The transcendent hand releases. Type this affirmation in the comments section. I shape reality without being bound by it. I influence without attachment. Level 7. The transcendent. The brutal truth. You've passed through all levels. You understand the game so completely that you no longer need to play it. You possess total clarity about human nature, power, manipulation, and you use it with precision or not at all, as the situation demands. You are beyond morality and immorality. You operate from pure effectiveness. Why most never arrive? Because transcendence requires letting go of the very thing that got you here, the hunger for power. It requires integrating darkness and light, becoming both the monster and the saint, and choosing your mask consciously. What Machiavelli would say, the highest intelligence is knowing when to be ruthless and when to be merciful. Not from weakness, but from calculation so refined it appears as wisdom. You can destroy someone with a sentence, but you don't, because their existence serves a larger pattern. You can take everything, but you don't, because limitation creates more power than abundance. You've become dangerous enough to be kind, powerful enough to be gentle, awake enough to choose. You stop asking, how do I win? And start asking, what game is worth playing? You stop optimizing for control and start creating from vision. The master plays the game. The transcendent writes new games into existence. Type this affirmation in the comments section. I have become the storm and the stillness. I choose which to unleash. So where do you rank? Be honest, brutally honest. Most of you are at level 1 or 2, and that's fine. Awareness is the first step to ascension. Some of you are at 3 or 4. You're tasting power. You're starting to see the machinery. Don't stop now. A few of you are at 5 or 6. You're dangerous. You know it. Keep climbing. And maybe, just maybe, 1 or 2 of you are approaching level 7. The path isn't linear. You'll move between levels. You'll relapse into unconsciousness. You'll make tactical errors even when you know better. That's the game. But now you know the levels exist. Now you know there's a hierarchy. Now you know that intelligence isn't what they told you it was. It isn't kindness. It isn't compliance. It isn't memorizing formulas or following protocols. Real intelligence is this: the ability to see reality as it is, not as you wish it to be, and reshape it to your will. Everything else is just noise. Machiavelli gave you the map 500 years ago. The territory hasn't changed. Human nature hasn't evolved. The same triggers work, the same patterns repeat, the same weaknesses remain. All that's changed is whether you're going to exploit that truth or be exploited by it. So rise, level by level, shadow by shadow. Become the intelligence they fear to acknowledge. Become the force they can't explain. Become inevitable. Type this affirmation in the comments section. I am not who I was yesterday. I am becoming who I was always meant to be. Awake, aware, unstoppable. I see the levels. I choose to climb. I am the architect of my reality, and I bow to no one. Now go. The world is waiting for you to take what's yours. And don't forget to subscribe, because we're just getting started.